Hello, hello. Welcome to the Magical Moms podcast. Today we are talking about the brand new Galaxy themed land at Legoland in Carlsbad. Lindsay and I were both invited to attend a little preview of this new land, and it was awesome.
It was a lot of fun. We got to check out all the new offerings of this Galaxy-themed land. We got to ride the new rides, and it is now officially open to the public. So we're going to share all the details so that if you are planning a trip to Legoland, California, you guys will know, all the details ahead of time. So before we get into all the Legoland goodness, make sure that you guys follow us on social media. We are at Magical Moms Podcast on TikTok, on Threads, on Instagram. And if you want to watch us, you want to hang out with Bridget and I, our episodes are live on YouTube. You can search Magical Moms Podcast, or we'll have the link for you down in the show notes below. And then if you would, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or the Spotify, either one. We really appreciate it. It gets us out to new listeners. And then lastly, if you want to join our very special Patreon group for all the magical moms out there, or magical aunts, whatever you are, we have some really cool stuff in there. We have giveaways that we're going to be doing soon here. We have a meetup that we're going to host, I think, in the next month or two here.
Yes.
We've got some tip sheets for you. We've got a Facebook group. We've got all these cool things in this Patreon group for you. So if you want to join that, you can go to patreon.com and search Magical Moms Podcast, or you can click the link down below in the show notes. And then if you want to follow me on social media, I am Chasing Magic Daily on all the socials, and Bridget is California Disney Bliss on all the socials. And we just want to thank you guys for being here, for listening, and we're excited to talk all things Legoland. I know we usually talk about a different theme park, but today we are focusing strictly on Legoland. So I'm excited to kind of dive into this new world here.
I know. And it's so funny. When we first got to Legoland, like when we first showed up, I just was like looking at it and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't been here in so long. I was with my entire family. I know you brought your entire family too.
Yeah, we've been there a few times.
Yeah, and we walked in and we were all so excited because we haven't been there in so long.
Yeah.
And it was just so fun to not only like be back at Legoland, but to get to preview this new area of the park.
Yeah, it was really cool. My kids love Legoland, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that at the end of the episode here. But let's dive into the new Galaxy-themed land. So this new land, so if you enter Legoland, California, you're going to go to the left, and you're just going to kind of follow the path, and it's located behind the Movie World area, between that and Funtown. So if you're familiar with Legoland, that'll give you kind of an idea of where it is. But this land is so cool. Should we just dive right in with
Let's
the
dive
rides
right
that
into
they
it.
offer?
Yeah, let's dive right in. Okay, so the biggest part about this new Galaxy-themed land at Legoland, it's that is the Galacticoaster. And the Galacticoaster is the first roller coaster that they have created at Legoland in the last 20 years. So this is a huge, big deal. And it's worth the big deal because it was so much fun. It was so much fun.
It was a blast. Oh my gosh.
Literally, like an actual blast.
Yeah, that's quite literally.
Yeah. So that's kind of basically like the main like big ride of this land.
The big
Now,
draw.
I had my 13-year-old with me, my 10-year-old with me, and my 3-year-old with me. And of course, Jack was with me too. And we didn't know if Wes was going to be able, the youngest, be able to go on the attraction because usually like the more thrill ride attractions at any theme park are not really for little kids. So, but again, he is a tall 3-year-old. But just so you know, the Galacticoaster, you can ride it if you're 36 inches. It has a 36-inch height requirement, but you have to be riding with an adult, or 48 inches to be able to ride alone. And they also have a single rider option. It goes 40 miles per hour. And basically you walk in and it's an entire experience because, which my kids thought, I'm sure yours did too, it was so cool. You get to, when you first walk in, you get like a little like, basically like a little like movie, like a little like show basically of like the Lego astronaut or explorer or whoever he is, kind of like talking about the attraction. That was super cool. And then you go into another room and you get to build your own custom spaceship like on a screen.
Yes. This part was really awesome. One thing I just want to clarify real quick. I don't know if my sound like just beeped out when you were talking, but I just want to clarify to ride alone, it's 48 inches. It kind of sounded like 40, but I don't know if it was just my audio. I just want to make sure that we know it's 48 inches to ride alone.
Yes.
But yes, so when you're in the queue, first of all, the queue was really it was really neat and entertaining. So in part of the outdoor queue, they had this really cool timeline of the different Legos starting in like the 19, I don't even know, 70s maybe or something like that,
Yeah.
where they showed the different like space Lego people that came out at different like decades of the year, which was really cool. My husband actually really enjoyed that because my husband grew up loving Legos. He was like, I remember that guy. Like I had that guy. It was
Oh,
kind of
that's
fun.
cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. And then there was also a couple like games on the board. Like they had mazes and stuff that you can
Yeah.
kind of like if you're standing by it, you can do the little maze. So the queue itself was really cool. And then when you entered at one point, you get a wristband. So the spaceship holds 4 people, and then you get 2 wristbands. So you get this like little slap bracelet wristband. So when you go into the area that Bridget was just talking about, there's different screens. You stand in front of your numbered screen, and then you get to design your own spaceship. So everyone has the same base, and then you pick like there's like a nose, there's the wings, there's the tail, and I think there was like one other extra accessory or something that you
Yeah.
you get to customize. There's like 5 different options for each. My kids loved that part. It was
Yeah.
so cool. And then I don't really know how the technology works after that because then you would scan your band and then you just got on the ride. And then when you start the ride, it shows you your spaceship you made. So I don't know, like once you enter the vehicle, it's like scanning your thing.
You're right. We didn't like
Like
rescan it.
you don't
You're
do
right.
anything. So I
Yeah.
don't really know how that aspect worked, but it was cool. You
Yeah,
don't
that
have to
was
worry
cool.
about it after it. So
Yeah.
you pull up to the screen, then it's like, here's your spaceship you're gonna launch off in. And my kids just thought it was so cool. Be like, that's the one we made. Like so that part was really cool. And then like you just I don't know how much do we want to say? I don't want to like give too
Yeah, I don't
much
want to. I
away,
want to.
but
Yeah, it definitely is a thrill ride. Okay,
yes,
so each car, or sorry, each spaceship
spaceship,
seats
yes.
4 people. So
Hmm.
I'm a family of 5. You're also a family of 5.
Hmm.
So I went with my 2 oldest, and then my husband went with the youngest. So
Hmm.
they actually went first, and it was really funny because Wes doesn't go on too many like thrill rides, because
Yeah,
he's 3 years old.
yeah.
And all of a sudden I saw them turn and then I saw them just go. And I was like, oh,
Hmm.
I don't know how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
And so Jack told me that Wes at first was kind of like, what's happening? And then he loved it. He
Yeah.
totally loved it. But it
Good.
definitely is like a fast moving, kind of like an indoor roller coaster. And not to give too much away, but it's a little bit now, if you're a Disney people, it's a little bit like Space Mountain meets a Cosmic Rewind from Walt Disney World.
Mhm.
So it's got like a really
A lot of
fun
people
element of
connect to that.
music. It's got definitely like some spinning going on and just like that indoor like galactic like coaster feel.
Yes.
We loved it. Like all of us loved it. So much so like as soon as we got off of it, my son was like, I want to do this again. Let's do it again. Let's do it
Yes.
again. And it was just so awesome. I mean, did your girls love it?
Yeah, so what we
Oh,
did so my middle is 9, she just turned 9 years old. She typically does not like thrill rides. She is I call her my Fantasyland Forever girl, and, but she has slowly, very, very slowly started to try new things. So we did the Galacticoaster. It was just me, my husband, and then my oldest and my youngest because they both like thrill rides. We got off of it. We were just like, oh my gosh, Rory, like you would love this. It was so much fun. We totally think you could do it. We gave her a heads up. Look, it does go fast. You do spin a little bit, but it's not, there's no upside down,
yeah.
flip thingies, anything like that. They do label it. It is a family friendly roller coaster. That is how it is labeled. So no flips, nothing super crazy.
Yeah.
Um, so she went on it the first time, and at the very beginning, she looked at me, she's like, "Mom, Mom." I'm like, it's okay, you're gonna be okay. And we got through it, and then we got to the end, and she starts cracking up. She's giggling, she's laughing, she's like,
Oh.
"Wait, I loved that." And she was so into it. And after that, she went on 4 more times because we went on
Oh
kind
my
of later.
gosh.
So she kept going on and on and on and on. She just like loved it. And then by the end, it's funny because you get a ride photo. That's one of the things you get a ride photo. And you could see the progression in the ride photos. So the first one, she's like, like terrified. And then the next one, she's like kind of smiling. And the next one, she's like this. And the last one, she's like, ah! She got her arms
My
up.
gosh.
And the progression was just so precious to me because if you have a child that is a little more scared of thrill rides, to see them kind of like get more brave and try new things, whatever. It's just like, oh, like that victory. Oh, it was so much fun. So the Galacticoaster was, and you said West ended up liking it, right?
Yeah, he loved it.
Yeah.
He loved it. He
Yeah.
loved it.
I think you just have to go and let them know ahead of time if you do have a little one that is a little more nervous. Let them know, hey, this is
Yeah.
going to go fast. The one thing I told my daughter to kind of like if she was scary, I was like, the ride is pretty short. It does go
Mhm.
very fast. I think
Yeah.
it's like a 45-second to minute long ride. I mean,
Maybe.
it's
Yeah,
it's pretty
maybe.
short. So
Yeah.
I kind of let in with that, like, hey, if you're really not having a good time, just know that it's going to be over soon. She loved it, couldn't get enough of it, wanted to go on and on and on. So, anyways, that's the Galactic Coaster. That's pretty much everything you need to know for that. I imagine that's going to be a pretty long wait from here on out because it's the newest one. It's super
Yeah.
exciting. But like I said, they do have a single rider line.
That's
Um,
awesome.
and I think it's also a part of their what's that? I forget the name of their pass, but it's the pass you get skip the line pass, but
Yeah.
they have a name for it. So that's an option too if you didn't want to wait in a long line for that ride.
Gosh, well, we're
Yeah.
definitely going on it again when we go back to
Oh,
Legoland because the kids
no
have
way
been
we can't.
talking about it, and
Yeah.
we're definitely doing that again.
Yes.
One thing, so there's 3 new rides in this new Galaxy Land, and there's one ride that I could not get West off of. So now this is a ride for toddlers. It's
Uh-huh.
called the Duplo Launch and Land. It's a 34-inch height requirement ride to ride with an adult and 48 inches to ride alone. And my 3-year-old saw it from afar and just ran to it because
Mhm.
it's like a little bit, so it's an outdoor ride, and you sit in like a Duplo spaceship. It seats 2,
Uh-huh.
and you get in it, and it's like you're like sitting in a Lego basically, right? And then once the ride begins, you're on a pole. So the little Lego car is on like a pole, and you are truly the pilot of this Lego spaceship. And there's like 2 little, uh
Like
round, like,
joystick
yeah,
thingies.
joystick
Yeah.
things, and you are literally going to say if you're going up or you're going down. You could just stay up, which is
Mhm.
what we did at one point. We just were up, just up. You are not going down or up. You can go down or up. You can go down or up.
Just hanging
We
out in the
just
sky.
we just hung up, and I was like, okay, all
Yeah.
right. You want to go down at some point? Like this is like I don't mind heights, but at one point I was
Yeah.
like, I got to
Mhm.
get down. We
Yeah.
got to go down. But so the kids get to go up or down, up and down, and you're basically controlling this Duplo spaceship. My 3-year-old thought this was you should have seen his face. He like the
Yeah.
first was like this, and then he realized what was going on. He was like, oh my gosh. He did not want to get off. If you
Yeah.
heard any screaming on this day,
That was
Lindsay,
him.
that was my kid. That was my
Yeah.
kid. Because eventually we had to get off. I mean, like we had to get off. He must have gone on it, I don't even know how many times. And then it got to the point where we had to get his attention elsewhere because he just kept on running towards the ride again. Like, and we're
Uh-huh.
just like, okay, okay, okay. So
Ah.
luckily, also in the Galaxy land there is a playground.
Yes.
The playground is called the Junior Astronaut Training Zone. It's
Mhm.
a toddler play area. It has a slide. It has like a rocket ship that you can climb and also get into. And it
Mhm.
got this cool like Lego play area, which my 2 older kids loved too. I know I saw your kids there playing with
Yes.
it
Mhm.
too. And thankfully that was there because that was the only way we could get West to not want to go on the Duplo launch and land. Okay. But it was right there. And it's a great playground. It's covered, which is going to be
Yes.
awesome in the summertime.
Oh, yeah.
It's got like that soft, material. He
Mhm.
fell off a bunch of things a bunch of times because he's a toddler,
Understood.
and he was totally fine. And then my 2 older kids, they loved building. Like they were like totally building all those
Yeah, the
Legos.
Lego
So
part. Yeah.
that was really cool.
Yeah.
And then there is one more other ride. It's the G-Force Test Facility. Both
Mhm.
of our well, your oldest and my middle, they loved that ride.
No, all my entire family
Oh,
loved
they
it,
did. Oh, they
including
did.
me. Yeah,
Yes,
including me.
yes, yes. Oh,
Did you end up going on it?
I didn't go on it
Okay,
because by the
because
end of
I
the night,
know yeah. Oh, and
I
I
was
know
like,
sometimes spinny things for you are not
sometimes, yeah, and I
yeah,
was just
okay.
kind of like, okay, I'll let him go on.
Yeah.
And so the G-Force Test Facility is a 40 height requirement to ride with an adult and 48 inches to ride alone. And both your oldest and my middle is taller than 48, and they at one point were like the only 2 kids on the
Yes.
attraction, and Max could have done it 10 times if you let him.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was fun.
That one was super it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's, like, unassuming. Like,
Yes.
you look at it and you're watching it and you're like, "Okay." And I was a little nervous just because it spins so much. I do okay with spinny rides, but I was like, "That's kinda spinning a lot." Got on it because, my husband and I had to go on it because Rory and Torsten needed somebody, with them because of the two-seater, so we had to go on
Yeah.
with them. I'm like, "Okay, I'll go on, try it out." It was so much fun. Like, we had such a blast. We were laughing and giggling the whole time because once you're on it, it's a lot higher than it looks, and you kind of are going a little bit like, there's a lot of, like, the little like, when you drop and your, like, stomach comes up, you're like, "Woo,"
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
happens, like, a number of times. You're like, "Oh my gosh, we're, like, dropping." Like, "Oh my gosh, we're dropping again." Like, it was actually really, really fun. So that ride was also a hit for my kids. I think they went on it, like, a total of, like, 7 or 8 times. They were like that was one oh, yeah. They went on that, like, a bunch of times, same with the Galacticoaster, but that GeForce Test Facility, they really liked that one
It's so
a lot.
cute too. So it basically looks like okay, so if you are following on YouTube, you can like see my hands. So basically it's like an alien octopus.
Mhm.
Right? Because like, an alien head, and then the octopus, like, I don't know if that's the character or not, okay?
It's
But
supposed to be
it
like an
has, like,
alien, but it looks like an octopus
an
because all
octopus, yes,
the
and it's got, like,
arms. Yeah.
3 arms, and the
Mhm.
3 arms has each, like, 3, cars,
4,
and
yeah,
the
4
car or
cars.
4 cars,
Yeah.
and then the cars, like, spin around as the octopus alien character creature is also kinda, like, turning it around as well. So
Mhm.
it's kinda like a spinning ride within, like, a spinning ride,
Yeah,
and oh, yeah,
and it
Max
goes
so the
up. It's like
yes, and it
that's
goes
like
up, it goes
yeah, it's like
like
up.
yeah, a little bit
Yeah.
like this, and the first time that Max was on, I was watching him, he was just like, "Oh," and then the second time, he did this thing where he was, like, laying back, like, he did, like, this thing, like, "Peace out, mom." He
Yeah.
loved it, and then one time he went around, and I heard him go, "It's not that bad! You'll like it!" Like that
He's trying
thing
to
because
convince you to go on.
he wanted me to go on it, but it was really funny. He was, like, talking to me as he was, like, spinning around,
Yeah.
but yes, my like,
Good.
there was really what I loved about this land, about the Galaxy Land, was that there was something for everyone,
Mhm.
what in terms of the rides. Like,
Yeah.
for, like, the older kids, the Galacticoaster, absolutely. Like, the middle age like, child kid, G-Force Test Facility, and the Galacticoaster. And even my 10-year-old, he really liked the Duplo Launch and Land. It wasn't just the toddler.
Yeah.
So, and also you get a really cool view when you're at the top
Yes. Oh,
because
yeah, I'm sure you
I was
do.
at the top forever. So you're at the top. There's a lot to
Got a great
see,
view.
okay? There's a lot to see.
Ah.
But so there was really an
Yeah.
attraction for everyone there,
Yeah.
and also the adults.
Mhm.
So I thought it was great. I think that this new land is gonna be a huge, huge hit.
Oh,
And
I think so too. Yeah.
also, what's really, really cool, which if this was just by itself alone without everything else, my kids still would have just loved it. They absolutely loved the rocket assembly bay.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
We
okay, are we gonna skip there? Okay, let me yeah,
yeah,
go
let's
ahead.
go there real quick
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
because my my littlest didn't really it was above his, pay scale, but the 2
His
older
face scale.
ones the 2 older ones absolutely, like, loved it, especially my son. So it's basically an area where you build your own rocket with Legos. It has to fit into, like, this, like, little you have to, like there's, like, a little, like, area where you
There's
can,
like
like,
a
see
chart.
a
Yeah.
chart. It can't be too
Yeah.
big, it can't be,
Mhm.
whatever. So you get to build whatever type of rocket that you wanna build, and they have, like, rocket pieces and all that stuff. And then when you're done building your rocket, if you want to, you can go to where there is, like, it almost looks like a big video game screen,
Mhm.
and there's 4 video game, like, sections or sorry, po stands.
Podium, like
Yeah.
yes, yeah, yeah.
And under the podium is this thing where you put your built rocket in there, and it scans the rocket. So cool. It scans the rocket, and then you see it appear on the screen, and you get to play a video game with that rocket, the rocket that you built, playing against all the other rockets that the other 3 people built as well.
Yeah.
It was so cool. Like, it was so cool. And the video game, I think, was at least, like, 2 minutes long or
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
even
it
longer,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
it was a few minutes for
Yeah.
sure. My kids love that too, all 3 of them. All 3 of them loved it. They went back there multiple times to
Yeah.
build, play the game, especially my 5-year-old. Oh my
Mm.
goodness. He kept asking, "Can we go do the game? I wanna play the game."
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
he loved that, and then the other little part, which, some of my kids did sometimes they didn't, but there's like a Lego wall, like
Yeah.
a galaxy wall, and at the end you can put your rocket ship up on the wall. So my girls liked putting theirs on display. So
Same, same,
that
same, same.
that area was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And that's just like an experience that they have. It's not like anything you have to pay for. That's just part of like you can go in, build, and then like play this like cool game with your rocket ship that you built. I really
Yeah.
liked that. I thought that
I
was
thought that was
genius.
I thought it was so cool.
Yeah.
It's like you get to build something and then you get to like make it come to life and then you get to
Yeah.
play with it on a screen, like on a video game. Like that's
Mhm.
so cool.
Yeah. And so quick
So,
too. It was like,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
It was very cool.
And then Max, of course, had to go back and then like rebuild the rocket because he wanted to do something different. And then he wanted to perfect the rocket because then the rocket's got to do da da da. He had this whole thing, but he's been talking about that nonstop. Like
I
I thought
love
that was
that.
so cool. I thought it was
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah. They did a really
Um,
good job with that.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And then right next to that, where you could build the rocket, is so there's three different like dining areas basically. Oh,
Oh,
dining
wait.
spots.
Do we want to
Should
go back real quick? Sorry, just
to
so we
what?
don't jump around too much here.
Yeah.
Just the other experiences, just to cover
Sure, sure,
those.
sure. Yeah. You
Yeah.
okay. Yes.
Okay. Two other things that you can do in this new land. One, there's some new characters to meet.
Yes.
We've
Mhm.
got some fun little like aliens. One's
Yeah.
like pink, it's got pink hair. The other one's like blue. So these are Lego character friends that will come out for meet and greets. And then there's also another one, which to be honest, I'm a little, I think he's an astronaut, but his like outfit is like brown and
Yeah.
white. So I'm not quite sure if he's technically an astronaut or some other space thing. But where you will make the connection is you get to meet this one other guy. He's also the Lego figure that you will see in the queue for Galacticoaster. There's a
Yeah.
really cool area where you go into this room and there's a Lego figure that's like talking to you, telling you about the ride, your mission, what you're going to do. And that is the guy that you can meet out in the land as well. I don't
Yeah.
think he has a name. I should have asked. I don't know if he has a name or not, but he's one of the Lego character galaxy friends.
Yeah.
So you can meet them. And then also throughout the land, there's a couple different photo ops that they did a really great job
Yeah.
with. My kids had to take pictures with all the photo ops. There's like some cool spaceships. There was like aliens. Was there like a rocket ship or something? There was like probably four-ish different large Lego structures that you could take pictures with, like for photo
Yeah.
ops. And those were really, really cool.
Yeah. The planes, like my boys really liked the planes, like
The
seeing like
planes, yeah.
yeah, there's like built like Lego planes. And
Mhm.
it's really cool because if you walk around, it's like it's because it's just like a giant Lego.
Yeah.
And my son, my second child, he was just like, oh my gosh, like this is so cool. I
Yeah.
want to build that when I get home. It was like
Yeah.
one of those things. Like to see a Lego in like huge size,
Yes.
that was so cool.
It's
That was
almost
cool.
like, since we are the magical moms, to like tie in Disney just a tiny bit. When you go
Yeah.
to downtown Disney and you're at the Lego store and you see those gigantic, there's like Maleficent and Prince Philip and all of those. It's almost like
Yeah.
having those in the middle of the land and you get to take pictures with them. That's kind
Yeah.
of like, if that helps get a visual of what we're talking about here.
Yeah. And I think that's always cool for kids to see like life-size Legos because they're used to like little things. They're
Yeah.
used to like building something that's smaller. And
Yeah.
then to see it like the same size, like, a giant, he was like, my son was like, wait, that would be the coolest Lego to have in my room. I'm like, your
It's
room's not
bigger
that
than
big.
your room,
My
but
room's not that big, but yes, it would be cool.
yeah.
But yeah, so that was just so cool. There's the land is not too big, but there's so much there to do
Mhm.
in that land. We could have been there. I mean, if we were just going on a regular Legoland day, we probably could be there for a solid like 3 hours at least, like doing everything because there's so much to do. And there's
Right.
so much to do, like I said, for every like age group.
Mhm.
So that's what's really neat. Also, I really appreciated the fact that the toddler playground area was right next to the rocket build area because,
Yes.
for toddlers, the rocket build thing might be a little bit too, above
Yeah.
their,
Yeah.
their age.
Ability. Yeah.
And so it was cool because it was like the toddlers playing here, my other two kids were right here, and
Mhm.
I could like literally do both.
See both.
And that
Yeah.
was perfect.
Mhm.
Especially my husband was there too. So
Yeah.
that was like perfect for us. The
Yeah.
planning
Very good
of
point.
like that was done very, very well.
Yes.
Very, very well.
Yeah.
Also, what I liked, so now getting into the food,
Yes.
what I really, really liked is there's three eateries there. There's Satellite Bites, which is just like burgers, fries, soda. That's just kind of like a walk up
Quick
dining
service,
spot,
yeah.
quick service. Then there's Stardust Treats, and that's a desserts quick service spot. And then there's UFO, ultimate food outlet, which I think is so
I
cute, by the
love
way.
that, yeah. It was
It's so
so
cute.
cute.
That's so cute. And when you walk in, it was so awesome because it's like the ultimate food court.
Yes, mhm.
The ultimate food
That's a
court of
great way
like
to put it, yeah.
all different types of food. You
Mhm,
have the pizzas, you have Mexican food, you had like a little bit like Asian food with like the noodles and all of that stuff.
mhm.
You had the
Tacos?
American
Did you say
the
tacos?
Mexican food.
Gotcha.
Then they
Yeah,
had like the
Mexican, yeah.
American food with like the burgers and that type stuff.
Mhm,
And what you do is when you walk in, there's kind of like a center console area
mhm.
where you can order everything yourself.
Yeah, on like a computer screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from all the different spots. One time you can order from like all the different spots. You don't have to like go to each individual spot to order. It's one screen and you can order from all those different locations. And then what was neat is you put your phone number in and then it sends you a text message of when you're going to pick it up. What was really cool is that there's screens all
Mhm.
inside of the UFO dining spot because it's an indoor and outdoor dining seating area. And you can see like when you're going to get called and where you go.
Yep.
It was so simple.
It was
It was so
great.
simple. Yeah.
They really thought that out so well.
Hmm.
Like, it was very
Yeah.
smooth. Went up,
Hmm.
excuse me, ordered what we wanted,
Yeah.
got a text when everything was ready, each one, went and grabbed it as they were
So
ready.
easy.
Easy
It was
peasy.
so easy. And what was so great is that, like, my daughter got the burger.
Mhm.
My son got this really, really awesome, kids, like, meal box with, like, chicken tenders, and
Yeah.
it comes with the whole thing. We also got the burger. We also got the tacos. I know that your husband got the
My
tacos too.
husband loved the tacos.
Those were cool. Those were
Mhm.
really cool. We also got the pizza. And it was just awesome. It was, like, something for everybody, and that's usually how it is. Like, what my son wants, my daughter doesn't want, what the little one wants, we just,
Yeah.
it's much easier than just going to like one location where they just serve one type of thing.
Yes.
So totally appreciated that. I thought that was
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, from a parent
Awesome.
perspective, like, chef's kiss.
Thank you, Legoland. Thank
That
you.
was amazing. And I
Yes.
got from the pizza place, I got the chicken pesto pizza.
Well, you liked that,
It
right?
was so good, like,
Yeah.
really, really good, and my son got the pepperoni pizza, and the
Yeah.
cute thing about that is it had regular circle pepperonis, but then also had star pepperonis, which I thought was so cute.
We got the pepperoni pizza. And I didn't even notice that.
Oh, you
Oh my
did
God,
it?
I
Yeah,
didn't
there was
notice it.
star
Oh,
pepperonis.
we
Oh,
were
it was
so
really
hungry.
cute.
Like, when you put down food and like everyone
Yeah,
just like grabs everything all of a sudden.
yeah,
I couldn't even like really take a photo of it. I was like, wait, no, just want
yes,
to take a picture of it, take a photo.
yeah,
Yeah, that was great. I thought the
yeah,
food court was awesome. They
mhm,
definitely did great planning with that one.
yes.
We will
And they have
definitely be eating there again.
indoor and outdoor seating, and the outdoor, I believe, was shaded as well.
Yes.
That was all shaded. And then we got to try a couple of the desserts.
Yes.
We had the brownie, which was super yummy, but I also loved that it was covered in edible glitter. I just always
I knew you would
anything
like that
yeah,
actually.
I just thought it was so special, but it's like,
Yeah.
the galaxy theme. And then we also had the macarons, which my girls loved the macarons. They devoured those. There was 3, so, there's a little bit of arguing over who got what.
We
I
got
was
which
like, "Just
one?
split the 3rd one, and then we're even here." But yeah, did you try those
Those weren't
2 or
available. So the only thing that was
Oh,
available
okay.
by the time that we ate, because we ate a little bit after you,
Okay.
was the brownie, which we're
Okay.
a huge brownie family.
Yeah.
And literally, as soon as I saw it was like shimmery purple and pink, I was like, Lindsay's gonna love this. Lindsay's
It
gonna
was
love
so
it.
pretty.
It was. It was fun. And another thing which we really liked because our toddler is like just done with potty training, but you
Mhm.
never really know,
Yeah.
is that the bathrooms are right next to the restaurant on the other side.
Yes.
And so the family bathrooms are right there, which is great because you can wash your hands, you can do
Mhm.
everything, eat. It's right there. Really, again, the design aspect of this land is awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. And so we just had so much fun. And what was also made the day very, very special is that it was your birthday that day.
It was. It was my
Yes.
birthday, which is so funny. It didn't even really feel like it because we were just like I don't know, we're just
Doing
having so much
everything.
fun as family doing everything that
Yeah.
it was like, "Oh, yeah, it's my birthday." I did
Yeah.
claim the last bite of the brownie because I was like, "Listen, it's my birthday. I get that
You
last bite of
should.
brownie."
Yes. I loved that though. It was so cool.
Yes.
So it was
Yeah.
fun to see you and see you on your
I know
birthday
it
and do
was. I
this
know.
as
It was a
well.
special way to spend my birthday.
So, okay, so thank you, first of all, Legoland, for having us.
Oh,
Lindsay,
yes.
I know that you're very appreciative as well. We
Yes.
really, really loved this preview. It was very, very helpful to kind of like be able to see everything and experience everything at once so that we can tell everybody about this. So thank you,
Yes.
Legoland, for having us. Thank you, thank
Yes,
you.
thank you. And thank
Mhm.
you for really kind of what Bridget and I have touched on. They really they really built this land for parents. Now, granted, Legoland, yes, is a family place, but I feel like the attention to detail was so like I think a dad and a mom must have like planned this whole thing.
Yeah.
They're like, we need the bathrooms right here
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
so that was much appreciated.
Yeah, it really, really was. It was very, very well thought out. I loved that the playground is like almost in the center of that land
Mhm. Yeah,
because you know how it is when the little toddlers want to play, they don't care that nobody else wants to
right,
do what they're doing. So,
right.
I
Mhm.
thought it was just very, very well done. We definitely want to go back to Legoland sometime this summer, and I guarantee you, we will be riding that Duplo
Mhm.
spaceship like a lot of times.
Yes.
So it's going to be in the Galacticoaster and
I'll
also
know
the
where
other
to
one as
find you.
well. Yeah, you'll know where to find us. Yes, because that's where Wes will be. Um, but yeah, so that was really awesome. And no, Lindsay, I know that you've been to Legoland with your family. I've been to Legoland with my family, and I've stayed there as well. So, what do you have to tell everybody about like Legoland, like in your experiences?
My kids truly love Legoland. I love going with my kids to Legoland because
Yeah.
it's not often very crowded.
Hmm.
Some of the lines can get a little bit long, but we have done like the skip the line pass thing and
Yeah.
that's wonderful there. I love
Yeah.
their skip the line pass. Yeah, I just love it. It is geared from the words of Legoland people. It's geared for kids ages like 3 to 12, I think is like
Hmm.
their age gap.
Yeah.
Which is it really is. Like my
Yeah.
oldest is 10, she's almost 11. She still loves it there. They have a couple of really fun rides for like older kids, like, that like 10, 11, 12 age. We just have a really good time when we go. Like it's always
Yeah.
just such a fun, light, easy day. And my kids are just
Yes.
always so happy there. So
Yes, it
happy.
is. You nailed it right on the head. It is
Yeah.
easy. Like
Yeah.
you can walk around and there's just so much to do there.
Mhm.
And so like my three kids really fall into that zone as well, to that age zone. And my middle is really into Legos.
Mhm.
He builds them so dang fast. I'm like, here I always like buy him like a Lego and I'm like, this is gonna take a couple of
Yeah.
days. Like, and then he's like, I'm done. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? What do you mean you're done? Build it
This is supposed
again.
to last you.
Build it again. Like,
Yeah.
we're doing this again.
Yeah.
Um, but it really is just a great family spot. It's so easy to get to. It's so easy to park. I don't know. We
Yeah.
really appreciate going to Legoland because
Mhm.
it's a very relaxing family like place. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
That's a great way to put
And
it.
so we stayed there 2 years ago. And we do a lot of family trips, always as a family, and with all the kids. And I know that you've already heard this before, but I
I
have
think
to
I
say
know
it.
it. Yeah,
I
I know
have
where
to
you're
say
going.
it on this podcast. The Legoland Hotel and the Legoland Castle Hotel. There's two hotels at Legoland in Carlsbad. In Carlsbad. These hotels are absolutely amazing. They are the best themed hotels that you can stay at with the family, and it was the most fun at any hotel that we have stayed at as a family.
Mhm.
So like I said, we were there 2 years ago. The hotel is so themed. It's just themed perfectly. And what's really, really cool is that there's different themed rooms, which we loved. We stayed in the pirate themed room.
Ooh.
And when you first walked in, my kids were like, "Oh my gosh," because there was bunk beds. So
Yeah,
boom.
sold.
Boom. Not
Yeah.
only are there's bunk beds, but there's like the kids' room is separated from like the other room area. So there's like a kids' room, which is really awesome. Then they have the bathroom, and then they have like like queen size or whatever it
Mhm.
is, bed over there. So the bunk beds are awesome, but what's also really awesome is that they have their own TV.
Oh, again, sold.
Bunk beds, their own TV in a themed room. And what's really cool is when we first walked in, my son was like, "What's this box?" And there is this box. And what you do is you go on a scavenger hunt
Mm.
or whenever you want to, but we did it when we first checked in. We first got our room, and you go on a scavenger hunt throughout the hotel. And then when you find all the things for the scavenger hunt on your list, you get a code, and the code opens up the box in the room. And when you open up the box, there are Legos that like brand new Legos for your kids to build, like as a gift.
Oh my gosh.
And it was, I mean, you should have seen my son when he opened it up. He was like, "What?" Like this
Oh,
was the
wow.
ultimate prize for him. So we loved that. And then I had to, the thing that we loved the most about the Legoland Hotel is when we went in the elevator
This is what
because
I thought you were gonna say.
when you go in the elevators at the Legoland Hotel, this is their first hotel, not the Castle Hotel. I don't know if it's like this at the Castle Hotel. I'm assuming it is. But when you get into the elevator door shuts and a disco ball drops and the lights turn on and it plays music and you can have a dance party in the freaking elevator, which was awesome for
Love
us
it.
because there's, 5 of us or whatever.
Mhm.
And so we take up the whole elevator, right?
Yeah.
What was a little awkward was like the third time that we went on it and there was like other people in it and we're just like, we're like
Like,
doing like the little dance. When there
dancer.
was nobody in there, we were like
Yeah.
this and we were just dancing and it was so cool. And then the elevator doors open. You're like, because you don't want anyone
Play it
to
cool,
like
play it cool.
play cool. But that was so cool.
That's so fun.
Another great thing is the pool. And this was the Castle Hotel pool. So you could go to the Castle Hotel pool. So we went to that hotel pool. They're right next to each other. It's like a 30-second walk, by the way.
Yes, yeah.
Inside in the pool, which is awesome, by the way, the pool is awesome. There are floating giant Lego pieces. And while you're swimming, you can build the Lego pieces that float, by the way. And you can build something while you're swimming or on the side of the pool or whatever you want. It was absolutely amazing.
How
You could not get
fun.
my kids out of the pool.
Yeah,
And there's tons of pieces. So if there's like a bunch of kids in the pool, trust me, there's tons of pieces.
yeah.
They had so much fun. Like they still talk about it. We definitely want to do another stay there. They loved it. We
Fun.
loved it. And then there's also the aquarium at
Yes.
this location
We
in
haven't done
Carlsbad.
that. I know you have, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're really big on aquariums. We used to live up in the Bay Area. We used to go to the Monterey Bay Aquarium all the time. My husband is really into sea life and all that stuff. And the aquarium is really, really cool. What's awesome about it is that's not too big, but it's not busy. It's not crowded.
Mhm.
And the last time that we were there, we were in the middle of summer and it was not crowded at all. And there's
Awesome.
so many cool experiences within the aquarium. Really, really cool, like sea life to see.
Mhm.
We loved it. Even if you didn't even go into the park, even if you just stayed at the hotel and did the aquarium, there's so much to do.
Yeah,
And again, it's so family friendly. Like all of us
yeah.
had a great time. And the food was really
Mm.
good in the hotels, by the way. We really liked the
Oh,
food.
good to know.
And
Do
there
they
was a
have
little
chicken strips?
yes, yes, they do. You would love it. You would love it. They do.
I'm sold. I'm
And
good.
it's actually really good chicken strips. Not every chicken strip is a good chicken strip.
They're not all created equal.
Yes, they do. They have a good chicken strip. What was cool is that when we ate at the Legoland Castle restaurant for dinner, what was awesome is that we sat outside, we ate, and while we were eating, a show was right there with like Lego characters. So my
Fun.
kids we were right there. They just sat and watched the show. And it was
That's
awesome.
cool.
So I don't know. Hands down, fabulous experience when we stayed there the last time. We definitely want to go back. And with this new galaxy themed land, we are definitely hands down going back.
Oh, yeah, for sure. My kids too. They've already asked, like, when can we go on the Galacticoaster again? I'm like,
Yes.
we got to plan this out, you know?
Yep. We gotta plan it out. And it was awesome. It was really
Yeah.
awesome. Like we both said, great job, Lego. You guys
Mhm.
really created a land there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
You haven't, it's the first roller coaster in the last 20 years, and you guys knocked it out of the park.
Mhm. Yeah,
Knocked it out of the
you
park.
really did.
Or knocked it out of space.
Oh, it's out of this world fun.
It's out of this world. We can just keep on going. Should we just keep
Yeah,
on doing this?
we dropped some more mom puns in there.
I know. Dun, dun. Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
goodness. Well, thank
Okay,
you
well,
guys. Oh my gosh.
yep.
Thank you so much for listening, for watching. We've had so much fun talking about Legoland today.
Yeah.
We just appreciate you guys so much. Again, if you could leave us a review, we really appreciate that. If you ever want to get in contact with us, you can always DM us on our socials or send us a email at magicalmomspodcast@gmail.com. And yeah, and then if you're part of the Patreon group, we'll stay connected with you guys in there, let you
Yep.
know when the new episodes drop, all the things.
All the
All the
things. Thanks a
things.
lot
Yep.
for listening.
Yep.
And yeah, so should we do it?
You got it.
Let's wrap it up. Until next time, we'll see you
Real
real soon.
soon.